Welcome to Module 3, The Architect. I'm so glad to be back with you all in this section of Up 3, Business Growth Plan. Now, we're going to cover a lot of information in this section here, and I want you to promise me that you're not going to get overwhelmed and that you're going to remember throughout this whole process that the information that you're receiving is to help inform you of the things that you can do inside of your business. It gives you a roadmap to build out your business so that we can hit all of those things that we talked about in Module 1, the 9 parts of a mature business. So I want to go deeper into each of those things that I told you about. So the first thing that we're going to cover is the operating system, which are all of the different components: your business technology department, your human resources department, the legal systems that you need, sales and marketing team, terms and conditions, policies and procedures, all of the things that you need to have inside of your business to make sure that it's fully functional. We're going to go over what comprises each of those sections. I'm also going to show you a sample organizational chart. We'll talk about pricing strategy as well, and that will cover everything for Module 3, and you'll be well informed to build your business for years to come. All right, let's look at number 1, the operating system. The first section of the operating system that we're going to talk about, your business operating system, is technology. So let's design your technology infrastructure. Starting a new business is a very exciting time, but it can also be very overwhelming. So one of the most important aspects of starting a new business is setting up the right technology infrastructure. Technology is a critical component of any modern business, and getting it right can make all the difference in the success of your venture. In this section, we're going to discuss the key steps involved in setting up technology in a new business, your business needs, your budget, the hardware, software, the network, communication tools, employee training, and cybersecurity. So step 1 is to identify your business needs. Before you can start setting up your technology infrastructure, excuse me, you need to understand your business needs. So take some time to consider the types of technology your business will need to operate effectively. Some questions to consider include: what type of business are you starting? What are the core activities of your business? What type of equipment will you need? What software will be necessary to operate your business? What kind of communication tools will you need, such as cell phones or Voxer? That Voxer is actually an app that goes inside of a cell phone, which works like a walkie-talkie. What kind of collaboration tools will you need? Are you going to use Asana, for instance? That's a popular communication tool that's used for scheduling things like your to-do list and sharing it across your platform with the people that work for you. Excuse me, I'm having a cup of coffee. By answering those questions, you're going to be able to develop a clear understanding of your technology requirements. You may need some type of software programs that are specific to your industry. So when I was a real estate appraiser, when I owned my own company, I used a couple of different software programs for writing my appraisal reports. The first one that I used a lot was ACI. And then I switched over to WinTotal. I think that's what it was called, WinTotal, which was like the darling in the appraisal industry. So I was like, okay, I'm going to switch over to WinTotal. So I used 2 of the main, and I used another one when I was working as an apprentice for somebody else. I learned a different system, which I wasn't really happy with because I had learned ACI first, because my brother was an appraiser and I learned from him. He was my mentor in the very beginning. So yeah, I think that you have to look and see what type of software programs are available for what you need to do specifically, and then you can teach that to your employees. All right, step 2 is determine your budget. Obviously, your budget is going to drive your decision making as well. Once you've identified your technology needs, the next step is to determine how much money you're able to spend, your budget. Setting up a technology infrastructure can be expensive, and you need to ensure that you have all the resources to purchase the necessary equipment and software. So that means you're going to have to tap into your own personal income and make a loan to your business, or get a business loan if you're able to do that, or save up for it from some transactions in order to build out your business, which is something that I'm in the process of doing with my real estate brokerage. So once you've done your research and the cost of the technology that you need, you can create your budget to include all of your technology expenses. Step three is to choose your hardware. The hardware you choose will depend on the needs of your business. Consider what type of computer equipment you're going to need, such as, desktops, laptops, and servers, or cloud computing, which is very popular today. It may also need specialized equipment such as printers, scanners, and other peripherals. Peripherals are like mouses and, I don't know, additional monitors. That's peripheral. So think about those kind of things that you're going to need as well that for your specific type of business. It's important that you take the time to research your different options and choose equipment that meets your needs and fits within your budget. Again, let me just say that if you're going to be creating content for social media, which is very important, every business should be doing this, then you're going to need like a 1080p camera, which I recommend the Logitech 1080p that you can get at Best Buy. It's like $60. And then you're also going to need some lighting. You can get a simple ring light, which will do the job for $20 at Walmart. So make sure you get good technology because and then a good microphone as well. So you can get a Blue Yeti, like a baby Blue Yeti for like $100. So that's what I recommend for doing content creation. And then step four is to choose your software. Your choice of software is just as important as your hardware selection. Consider what type of software you'll need to operate your business, such as accounting software, project management tools, which we just talked about, like Asana, and collaboration software, which again is Asana. Make sure that the software you choose is compatible with your hardware and that it's easy to use. So my advice on hardware is on software is if you can use the cloud, then do that. But also buy an external, at least a terabyte of hard drive so that you can back up things in your office as well. Very important. Very, very important. Back up your data. Step number 5 is to set up your network. Your network is the backbone of your technology infrastructure, and it's essential to set it up correctly. Consider whether you need a wired or wireless network, and whether you need to set up a virtual private network, a VPN, for remote access. I recommend that everybody use a VPN. I say that I'm not even using it myself, but I need to get onto this because it's an extra barrier of protection so that people can't hack into your system. So use a VPN. Make sure that your network is secure and that you have firewalls and other security measures in place. Your security, your network security is very, very important. Step 6, choose your communication tools. Effective communication is crucial to the success of any business. Consider what type of communication tools you will need, such as an email program. You can use Gmail for free, messaging apps. But if you're using a website address like me, I have colemantanner.com. I bought an email, which I pay like $6 a month for. So I have john@colemantanner.com. So I think it's important to have a professional email because it gives a professional appearance to your business. Anyways, you can also use messaging apps like WhatsApp. I don't like using WhatsApp because I get hit from people that I know are scammers or whatever. And then I just need to avoid all that. So I only use my iPhone messaging app. And then Facebook Messenger, which also sometimes gets scammers hitting up. But I just ignore those. If I don't know you, I'm not responding. Sorry, I'd rather have to meet you face to face because I just don't want to risk getting some kind of somebody, accessing my accounts through a messaging app, which they can do, right? A Trojan horse app can get into your program and then it can steal your banking information and so forth. And the other thing is video conferencing software. You can use Zoom, which everybody knows about because of COVID. Everybody's using Zoom for software meeting, for conferencing, video conferencing. So you don't have to buy software to install on your computer. You can just use the cloud-based programs like Zoom or Google Hangout. But I think Zoom is more secure. Make sure that your communication tools are easy to use and that they integrate well with your software. Well, most of these things are cloud-based, so that that's not going to be a problem for you. Shouldn't be a problem for you. All right, step 7 is to train your employees. So finally, it's essential to train your employees, and make sure that they know how to use the technology that you have set up. Like I gave you an example of ACI and WinTotal. You've got to make sure if you're using a industry specific web software program that you train them or you have them attend a training class, but that's put on by the software provider, which they usually do, so that your employees, your staff, your independent contractors are trained up well on how to do those things. And then whenever there's adjustments, you can have like a weekly training session or a monthly training session to go over those changes so that everybody's well informed and know how to use those programs, the software and the hardware that they need so that they can do their jobs effectively. So again, you can provide training sessions for them, or you can use online resources. If there's videos that the software provider has, then you can have them use those online resources to get them up to speed. All right, let's look at step 8. Step 8 is to protect your business from cyber threats. I don't actually have that on my screen. Sorry about that. That's actually just a little flower to say thank you for being part of this section that wraps up the technology section. But anyways, I just want to talk about cyber threats real quick. So one of the biggest challenges facing any business in the 21st century is the risk of cyber threats. And you know this because you've heard about it in the news. But let me tell you what cyber threats are. Cyber threats come in many different forms, such as hacking, malware, phishing attacks, and more. These threats can comprise sensitive data, damage your business reputation, and even lead to financial loss. Therefore, it's crucial for you to take preventative measures to protect your business from cyber threats. One of the best ways to prevent cyber threats is to ensure that your technology infrastructure is secure. This includes implementing firewalls, antivirus software, and other security measures like using a VPN. You should also ensure that all software and hardware are up to date with all the latest security patches. Make sure you do your download, your updates. And then I think beyond that, you should hire a third party to manage your cybersecurity for you because it's that important. In addition to securing your technology infrastructure, it's important to educate your employees about cyber threats. Cybersecurity awareness training can help your employees understand the risks of cyber threats and how to identify and report suspicious activity. Finally, it's essential to have a response plan in place in case a cyber attack happens. This plan should outline the steps your business will take to mitigate the damage caused by the attack, including notifying stakeholders, that would be shareholders or even your customers, most importantly your customers, and your internal employees and internal customers as well, such as third-party vendors, what you're going to do to restore the data, and what you will do to improve security measures going forward so that it doesn't happen again. You don't want somebody in your company to open up Pandora's box, which means that they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, and then they open the opportunity for someone to give you a cyber attack, to attack your business. In summary, cyber threats are a significant risk for any business, especially these days. But there are many preventive measures that you can take to protect your technology infrastructure and minimize the impact of a cyber attack. By taking these steps, you can ensure that your business is well protected against cyber threats and can operate safely and securely in the digital age. In closing, setting up technology in a new business is a complex process and costly, but it's essential to get it right. By following these steps, you can ensure that your technology infrastructure meets your business needs and is set up to help you succeed. Remember, take the time to research your options, create a budget, train your employees to use your technology safely and effectively, and with the right technology infrastructure in place, you'll be able to focus on growing your business and achieving your goals.